Okay. What's going on, guys? How you liking this new do? How you liking this new do? Come on. I'm giving you Little Mermaid, okay? I'm giving you waves on waves on waves. Okay? I'm giving you Rapunzel. Okay? That's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you... I just came out of the salon, a black-owned salon, 8 hours later, but my hair is fresh. And you know that smell that you have when you just come out of a fresh salon? This is what I'm giving you. But it's crochet braids, guys. So this is crochet braids, guys. If you would like a video tutorial how I do my crochet braids, because I do crochet braids, I do my hair myself. I do all my hair myself. If you would like a video of that, put a thumbs up, let me know in the comments, and we'll see what we can do about that. But this video is not about that. This video is my tips and tricks on how you can create your own home studio for all my creatives out there. If you're a creative person like I am, and you know, because of this COVID pandemic time, you still have the desire to create. Just because we're in a pandemic doesn't mean you are still not wanting to create or have ideas in your head to create, whether it be photography, whether it be videography, whatever. So I'm gonna show you what I do, the equipment that I have that I've accumulated so I can set up my own home studio so I can shoot my content, whether it be photos or, you know, like a video or whatever. It's very basic, it's very beginner friendly. So anybody should be able to watch this video and get this done. So really, I'm gonna make it really short. There's just a few things that you're gonna need, I feel, to get yourself jump started on creating a studio. One is you're gonna need space, okay? You're gonna need space to be able to set up your backdrops or whatever you're gonna do. So if we're gonna do photography, you wanna set up a little set, you're gonna need space to be able to do that. So these are the things that I feel that you're going to need to get that done. Number one, of course, you're gonna need backdrops. I originally bought 3 backdrops. I have this yellow backdrop that you see here. I have a blue backdrop, and I had a gray backdrop, but I finished that gray backdrop because I use that a lot. But there's so many different color backdrops that you can get from Henry, Vistech. These ones I believe I got from Vistech. These backdrops a while ago, a few years back. And they're not that expensive. All the equipment that I'm gonna list, I'm gonna try to put a link to where you can get them below. Or, you know, show you where you can go and get them. So these ones I believe I got from Vistech. And then I love it because I can just use it, change up the colors. Like I said, this is the yellow one or the mustard color one, which I use often because it just looks so good against my skin. I had that blue one and I had a gray one. I would definitely also recommend getting a white one because white is classic. We use a lot of white backgrounds. I'm gonna actually go and buy myself a white background because I don't have one. White and black. Another thing you're gonna need is a backdrop stand. Okay, so you have a backdrop, that's great, but how are you gonna put the backdrop up? Unless you're gonna be very, you know, resourceful and paint or tape the backdrop up to a wall, it's best to get a backdrop stand. Now, this backdrop stand, I actually didn't buy it. My friend actually gave it to me or left it in my house. We were working on a project and he just never really asked for it. And this was years ago. So it's mine now. This is a very good backdrop stand. You're gonna wanna get a backdrop stand. Again, I'm gonna look up where you can buy a affordable backdrop stand below. And my backdrop stand has different rods. It has about 4 different rods, so you can extend it if you need, if you have a really wide background. All right, this is at the shortest it will ever be right now. As you can see, me putting up the backdrop, but I have 2 other rods that you can extend it to make it wider if you need to. And it's very sturdy. The legs are very sturdy. So if you have a longer backdrop, longer than this, like width-wise, it will be able to hold all of that up. Another thing you're definitely gonna need is you're gonna need tripods. You're gonna need tripods, whether it's a camera tripod for a DSLR or a tripod for your phone. So I have both. I have a camera tripod for my DSLR cameras, and I have a phone tripod, which I actually use more than my camera DSLR because I shoot more on my phone, because my cameras are a little bit on the older model, and I find that they don't shoot as well as my camera, as my phone. I have an iPhone 11, and I find that that's just been shooting well for me right now. So this phone tripod that I'm actually using right now to shoot this talk video is what I use most of the time. This one I was gifted, but I believe it was from Amazon. Again, I'll link it below. This comes in so handy, especially if you live on your own, especially if you don't have someone to hold the camera for you, especially when you're taking your photos. You need a phone tripod. So you can set up your camera, set up your timer on your phone, go and take your photos, do what you gotta do. It really, really, really is a lifesaver. If you decide to go with the DSLR route, you're obviously gonna need what? A DSLR camera. I have two. I have the Nikon and I have a Canon T2i. The Nikon one I bought because I liked that it had a flip screen, so that way whenever I'm shooting, I usually use that one when I'm shooting my self-tape, so I can flip the screen and see what I'm doing on the camera, have an idea of like where I'm positioned, where I'm centered. And it's also good for like if you're vlogging, those kind of cameras that you can have a flip screen are really good for vlogging when you're holding the camera and looking at yourself, so you can see what you're doing, see how you look, make sure you don't look like a hot mess, make sure you don't look crazy. I would also recommend, if you're gonna buy a camera, if you're gonna invest in camera, especially if you're gonna go the vlogging route, if you're gonna do a lot of like front facing work, like self tapes or like talking to the camera type of thing, to get a camera where it has a flip screen so you can flip it and kind of see yourself. Another thing you would want to get is external hard drive. An external hard drive is good, especially if you're shooting a lot of video content. Your camera, your laptop, you will realize the storage gets eaten up so quickly, especially with video. So you want to get an external hard drive. This external hard drive that I have is 1 terabyte, so it can fit a lot. So I just, whenever I shoot anything, if I need to keep it, I just dump it all onto that external hard drive, and so that way I have room to shoot more content. So again, invest in an external hard drive. They're not that expensive. Obviously, the more storage on it, the more expensive it will be. Like I said, this one is 1 terabyte. I believe I bought it from Best Buy. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I will try to find a link or something similar and link it below. Another thing that I have, which I bought when I was actually shooting a talk show that I did about 3 years ago, was a camera mic. This is a Rode mic that you just mount on top of a camera. It's a unidirectional mic, I believe, and it's great. Again, if you're doing like any documentary type of style shooting, or again, if you're doing any front facing and you just want to make sure your audio is extra crispy, a good mic, especially unidirectional mic, is good investment. This mic also didn't cost a lot. This mic I believe I got from Henry or Viztech, one of those places. You can look online, Amazon, just do a quick search, Rode unidirectional mic. So many things will come up. If it's not that one, any other unidirectional mic, Long and McQuaid may have something that you can use. Yeah, it's good, especially if you're also going to be doing like the trend, which is mukbangs. Those are really good to do, to have. I feel like especially if you're taking photos, you're gonna need some like props to put. So a nice chair or a nice stool, as you can see here with this emerald gold stool, would be really good to use. Plants are always really good to set up a photo shoot, to use plants. I also have a couple of bamboo sticks. Let me show you. I have these bamboo sticks, which I got from the dollar store, which I use often for a photo shoot if I want to do a more like tropical type of setting. I have my plants, you know. I have my plants, I have my bamboo sticks, and I set it up how I want to set it up. And it's really good. So you're gonna need to get props for your photos. And plants I find are always really good to use. Plants, flowers, you know, stuff like this, bamboo sticks, whatever. But obviously it depends on what you're trying to go for. But I think practical things that you can use on multiple different shoots are good to have. The last thing I think is really important is ring lights. Definitely, if you can, invest in a ring light. A ring light is very important. Right now, I'm not using the ring light because I'm shooting in my solarium and I'm just using the natural light. But as soon as, you know, the sun goes down, or if there is no sun, if it's a cloudy day, the ring light is really good that I use to properly light the area that I'm gonna shoot. Invest in a good ring light. There's different ring lights that you can buy, different sizes. Mine is a fairly big size, so it lights my area and the surrounding areas pretty well. I also like it because you can change the temperature on it. You can make the light a bit more yellow or a bit more white lighting, or a bit more of the yellow lighting. You can change the brightness of it to max brightness or dimmer. So that's what I really like about my ring light. So again, it depends on what you want to do. You got to do your research and invest in the right equipment. So hopefully, guys, this is helpful to somebody that is looking to start just like a mini creative studio in their home. They don't know where to start. They don't know what equipment to buy. And hopefully this is helpful. Like I said, this is a really beginner friendly. Anyone can just go out and get these things and just start up. And yeah, and get your creative juices flowing. Get your creative, because trust me, I know what it's like to be a creative person and feel like you don't have any avenue to do what is all that's in your mind. So stuff like this kind of helps. Yeah, hopefully, again, like I said, you find this helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you, darling, in my next video. Thank you.